after a few days of baiting the catcher box, now it received the swarm. We are in the process of transferring it. This catcher box Kenya top bar is colonized. Now we're going to transfer it from this temporary location. Now we transfer into a big hive, a Kenya top bar hive, and then the process continues. But factors to consider before transferring: you need to have a smoker, because some boxes, catcher boxes, are aggressive and bees have different traits. You need a rope in case it is high and you bring it down in a pulley system. Then you need a bee brush, you need a hive tool, and the protective equipment. Other factors to note: the weather. If it is done when the temperature is high, many bees will be agitated and they will come to sting you. But when the weather is cool, most bees are calm and you're able to do your work, though gently. The other factor to consider is the time of working. It should be early in the evening. Why? Most of the bees have returned back home. This is a catcher box which is small and with a little bit few bee population. So if you do it in the morning or at 10, most bees have gone for work. So when you transfer, you will leave most bees here. But when you do it in the evening, most of the bees have returned back. At least you're sure most of the bees are in here. You will leave a few of the bees here, because we're going to transfer it from here to another hive. So we're going to start by smoking it to make the guard bees. You see, these are guard bees. They are guarding around here. So as you smoke, they communicate back into the hive that there is something going on and they don't get the signals very well. So this smoke calms them down. You see, most of them are going inside. They are taking information in. So you smoke it and then give it time. About 1 or 2 minutes, you smoke it again. You smoke it around. You can now leave the entrance and smoke just around, because the information has already reached inside. You just cover it in with the smoke as we prepare to bring the hive down. You should be gentle, because the catcher box here has colonized a few days, and the light combs, we know that they are very weak, and this is a colony that we have been looking. Our hives are empty, so any mistake you do, bring it down and bang it down, the combs will break. If you bang it down also, bees will be aggressive, so we have to be gentle as much as possible to bring this hive down from the site where we caught the swarm from. So we're going to continue. So at this time, you have to locate the point where you tied the rope from, and then bring it down gently. Since you have smoked and they are concentrating on their work, it is evening and the weather is too low, so you can work gently. So to avoid the hive from falling down, you can have the rope tied when it is long to avoid the hive slipping and falling. So the technique of putting the hive down, you can decide to carry it down. Someone unties for you, then you carry it down. If you don't find it hectic, remember when you're tying your hive at sighting, you have to tie it and make sure that these straps remain very easy for you to untie. So when you come with a long rope, you untie like I was untying, then you have to bring it down using the pulley system. You're going to see how the hive will come down. That knot is gone. It is a long rope. Now, because we are scared, we don't want it to come down once. You know, when the hive is too short, the rope is too short, can easily come down. slip and fall. So you can lower it down using the pulley system. You see, the hive is coming down, and then a person can easily grab it. Okay? So if these sticks were not there, or it is a long tree, you can just wait for it from down, as you can see. But for now, it has reached the height where I can work very well. So I'm going to request my colleague to smoke a bit all around. Then I carry it and we take it to the area where we are going to transfer it from this catcher box to the hive. Slowly, slowly. Okay. So make sure the rope is firm. As you release the rope, the long rope, make sure you're on the hive there. So you can help me remove the rope from that tree as I carry. Put it on top. So we are taking it and we are going to transfer this colony from the catcher box to the main hive. Smoke the hive so that we put it, smoke this one. So remove the top cover in a professional way. So after reaching this point, you have the main hive that you want to colonize, and then you have the catcher box on top. So we can untie by removing the ropes that we had used here to tie during the time of sighting. So the hive tool is very important. Anything that the hand cannot manage, you can work with the hive tool. So we are removing the ropes. So we are going to create space for 5 bars because this catcher box has 5 top bars. So we are going to replace with the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We shall see how many bars with the comb are on our catcher box, but at least we have to prepare working space so you can check if the hive is having any pest or predator before you transfer. You ensure that the entrances are clean, and then use the hive tool to open now. Open the catcher box as we get little smoke. As we lift the cover, some smoke is coming in. Then we can cover a bit. We don't need to rush. Remove the top cover, put it aside, then continue creating space starting from the back, because bees construct, if this is the entrance, in real sense they construct from front backwards. So we shall first remove the top bar at the back of this catcher box and then apply little smoke. Just little smoke. See the bees holding each other in the process of constructing the comb, because this is not having a comb. So we can put it aside a little bit. That's one. It's not having. So we get another one. The bees are falling in. So it's also not having a comb, but we can pretty put it there. We shall arrange them very well. Then these ones, we can lift them. So you make sure that if combs are close to each other, you can really lift them together with their bees without removing one by one. So this is what I'm trying to do, creating space and lift these 3 combs together with their bees. Yeah, you can see. You can see both sides. Okay, there is a small comb here being constructed on this side of mine. You can see a small comb being constructed, brown one on top. Little smoke, please. Then this side. Now we're going to place them in the hive. We are transferring from the catcher box into the main hive. And in the other discussions, we are talking about having top bars that are the same as catcher box, having the same size of top bars as the KTB where you're going to transfer. So that comb construction and the transfer of top bars is smart and same. In fact, on this catcher box, we're going to add empty top bars. So we have finished transferring most of the bees, but I'm trying to observe. There is a small comb that they have been constructing. Also a small comb they have been constructing. So these ones have to be closed because they are the next combs to construct. So we observed our combs were having brood, we're having pollen, and we're having some honey. These are bees which have remained in this catcher box because they know this is their home. But we are transferring to this hive, the new one. So we have to prepare and shake them inside without killing them. So I will turn it upside down and shake it to allow the bees enter. Shake it. I've poured bees there. You can see they are all trying to move around. So I can shake a bit and then pump a bit to allow them go out. Then quickly we can cover the hive. We cover the hive. We cover the hive now because now we have completed the process of transferring properly. Now we have to arrange the top bars very well. You see, they start from the front backwards. That's how bees construct. Make sure you arrange, don't leave any space like this. If you leave any space like this, it means they will make cross combs. Okay, you can see how we are arranging the whole hive to allow them have their home enjoyable. And the remaining top bars, we shall put them on the catcher box and they will be sighted again to catch another swarm. So you can see the top bars are already in excess. I'm just going to fill up. The balance will be for the catcher box. Remember this side we have for the catcher box already. So you have to be gentle. You apply little smoke depending on the movement and the condition of the bees. So we can cover the box now with its top cover. Most of the bees have gone away. And when you come at the entrance, when you come and observe the bees at the entrance, at the time of entering it, you will see that bees are already moving in and out, trying to move around to get used to the new hive. They are trying to get around, get used to the new hive. So the remaining top bars, we are putting them back here to go and catch. So it is very important to have catcher boxes having same top bars as the ones on the Kenya top bar hive, the ones you prefer to use cover now. It's a new colony that we have created through catching a swarm using a Kenya top bar catcher box, and then we have transferred. So you apply the top cover very well. Then you can fasten the straps to avoid any wind blowing it off or any other predator or vermin that can come and jump over it. So we are trying to fasten the wires in case wind comes, should not be blown away.